What are some polite ways to say fuck off? You have a great day there, pal. I hope the rest of your day is as pleasant as you are. Certified British person here. And X200B. Start by saying, anyway, lovely to see you. And just let the phrase trail off. Then you can either stare passively at the person until they leave or turn slightly and begin ignoring them until they leave. And X200B. If they don't get the hint, you can start more aggressively ignoring them or even more politely announce how nice it was to see them. Brit 1, we should really have lunch sometime. Translation, but not now or anytime soon. I'm just being British. Brit 2, yes. Lovely. Tomorrow? Double quote. Brit 1, what? Are you an American or something? Double quote. I once got suspended from school on a Friday in year 9 and got told to return on a Tuesday. They called my mum in to have a meeting about why I got suspended and when I would return. As we were leaving, I said to my assistant head teacher, okay, I'll see you next Tuesday. He looked at my mum and she had a shocked look on her face. When we got out of the school doors, she started going mental about what I said. I didn't have a clue why and was confused why she was so angry. When she was kicking off about how rude I was and saying I wasn't helping myself for calling him a cunt, it clicked what it meant. I now consider that as the politest FCK off moment of my life, as I said it for innocent reasons, but in my head I was literally thinking FCK off. This happened 10 years ago and I'm still proud of it. P.S. I got suspended for swearing under my breath as I was leaving a classroom and not directly at a teacher, and I only got caught because the school janitor's son ratted me out because he was in for the class after mine with said teacher. The suspension wasn't warranted because generally if you swore you got isolation, not a suspension. We refer you to the reply given in the case of Arkle v. Prestrum. In the case of Arkle v. Prestrum, 1971. The plaintiff was the subject of an article. Arkle's lawyers wrote a letter which concluded, his attitude to damages will be governed by the nature of your reply. Private Eye magazine, owned by Prestrum Limited, responded, we acknowledge your letter of the 29th of April referring to Mr. J. Arkle. We note that Mr. Arkle's attitude to damages will be governed by the nature of our reply and would therefore be grateful if you would inform us what his attitude to damages would be. We're happy to learn that the nature of our reply is as follows. FCK off. Double quote. Here's another fun legal one. In the 1970s, Browns fans had a habit of throwing paper airplanes in the stadium. A fan who happens to be an attorney did not like this and sent the Browns the following letter. Please be advised that since you are in a position to control or terminate such action on the part of fans, I will hold you responsible for any injury sustained by any person in my party attending one of your sporting events. It is hoped that his disrespectful and possibly dangerous activity will be terminated. Double quote. To which Brown's counsel responded, attached is a letter that we received on the 19th of November, 1974. I feel that you should be aware that some asshole is signing your name to stupid letters. Double quote. As per my last email, I find, as you are aware, can be rather passive aggressive depending on what comes next. Kindly FCK off. Who are you and why are you so wise in the ways of science? I think you're needed somewhere else. I don't know or care where, but somewhere. Double quote. As my old bosses said, you can go anywhere you want, but you can't be here. Double quote. Bless your heart. Also Southerner. I've always taken bless your heart to mean something along the lines of Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. I am disinclined to acquiesce to your request. Double quote. I gonna use that from now on. That sounds wonderful if you add some sarcasm into the mix. Widen eyes. Intense stare. Nod head rapidly. Anyone else just start nodding their head rapidly? Sir. This a Wendy's. There it is. Dearest Sir, I pray this missive finds you well in these uncertain and strife-filled times. It has come to my attention that you are currently in breach of my personal space, line of sight and within olfactory range. I must inform you that I find this infringing upon my faculties to be most distasteful and must request that you disperse with immediate effect in the most expletive manner possible. Warmest regards, Reaver Rogue. Dearest Reaver Rogue, I hope this reply finds you in good health in body and mind. It has come to my attention that you wish me to vacate the area about your immediate person. Unfortunately, I find myself incapable of doing so. However, your request has been duly noted and will be enacted upon within good time. However, the legality of the response cannot be guaranteed. Yours faithfully, Matty 4096. Fucketh off, if you please. Double quote. Dear Anon, please proceed to retrace your path to where from you came at the earliest. Thank you. J. Kerr. I have neither the time nor the crayons to explain this to you. Huh. I'm gonna try this one at work today. Sorry, I left my microwave on. I have to return some videotapes. Double quote. Go take a long walk off a short pier. Sit on it and rotate. Double quote. Investing your energy in exploring alternative solutions will be to your advantage. I must gain knowledge of how to communicate, such as the example shown above this comment, at all times. Pause for just a singular moment. I have just realized how to communicate in such a way as shown in the post above. The skill to communicate in such a way has suddenly fallen upon me. Close bracket. One for kids. Go tell your mother she wants you. My grandfather used it when he was working on something and we wouldn't leave him alone. This isn't a conversation. I need to get this done. And to do that I need you to leave. This is not a conversation. Debate has been one of those nuclear options I've seen used when not only do I need you to FCK off, but you need to FCK off by doing what I'm telling you to do, or you will go from pleasantly being able to FCK off and retain your liberty to straight up being fucked. Just say, oh, sorry, I have a call coming through, then reach into your pocket. Pull out your empty hand with the thumb and little finger sticking out and hold it up to your ear. If the person attempts to talk to you, just hold your hand up and shush them. Keep going until they walk away. I get my blank phone and show them the black screen. It's my gynecologist. I have to take this. Then put it back in my pocket and ignore them. I'm male. Remove yourself from my sight. That's gonna be a no from me. Dog. If you could please close that door from the other side, that'd be great. Go step on a Lego. My uncle sold various things to businesses once and one guy was really rude to him, so he said, you know, I had another guy talk to me the way you're talking to me once. And you know what I said to him? I said, FCKU. That's what I told him. I looked him in the eye and I said FCKU. Indirect approach. You there? FCK off. And when you get there, FCK off from there too. Then FCK off some more. Keep F-king off till you get back here. Then FCK off again. Double quote. In Ireland, we say anyway, sure, I'll let ya go. Your assistance is no longer needed here. In 2020, like, just right now in general, couldn't you just start coughing very hard? And if that's still not enough, say something like, oh, isn't it hot? I may be running a fever. I am getting on in years, which can sometimes mean I can get away with being moody. I find that will you please stop speaking to me usually shuts people down nicely. I cannot tell you how little this interests me. Worked for me. He did call me a BTCH right afterwards. But he did. In fact. FCK off and stop bugging me, LMAO. When are you planning on leaving? Feel free to include now in your answer. I think it's from Sherlock. The classic. Nah. I'm good. Home Depot. Excuse me sir, when's the last time you've changed your air filter? Double quote. Nah. I'm good. Can I bum a cig? Nah. I'm good. Can I bum a cig? Nah. Commit deep intimate relations away from my current position. I used to say feck off. Now I say, That's nice. MRS. Brown. Off is the general direction in which I would very much implore you to FCK. If you would be so kind. Certified Southern gal here. Anyone in the South knows a polite well bless your heart is the sweetest way to say a big FCK or FCK off. Yep. I'm familiar with this tactic. Like getting hit with a verbal whip from behind that traversed the whole world to slap you in the tuchus. Have a Disney day. Oodles. Apologies. But I believe you have an elsewhere to be. Have a safe trip. Don't call me. I'll call you. Who you are speaks so loudly I can't hear what you're saying. Ralph Waldo Emerson. This has been a delightful conversation. But I'm afraid it can serve no further purpose. If you will please take your leave. I will be very grateful. Double quote. I am legally required to inform you that I am a registered sex offender. It's not entirely nice and it sounds worse knowing my dad used to tell me this jokingly. But go play on the freeway. Responding to everything they say with cool or high while staring at your computer screen and pretending to type. Act crazy. Call the person Steve, even better if he's a she. Ask if his moon rocket works. Offer to teach him to ride your unicycle. I'll pay you $100 to FCK off. I envy people who've never met you. Thanks for your concern. We'll take your suggestions under advisement. I am Scottish so normally my face says it before I can open my mouth. If that's not enough then a nice loud get tie FCK normally works. In the months leading up the English Civil Wars, as the tension between King Charles I and Parliament grew more and more heated, Charles at one point ordered 5 MPs in the House of Commons be arrested. The House of Commons refused. So on the 4th of January, 1642, Charles marched into the House of Commons with 400 armed soldiers to personally arrest the 5 MPs. For the record, this was the first and, so far as I know, only time an English or British monarch ever stepped foot in the House of Commons. The 5 MPs were tipped off about this the night before and went into hiding. So when Charles saw they weren't there, he turned to the Speaker of the House, William Lenthal, and demanded he tell him where they were. Lenthal replied, "May it please your majesty, I have neither eyes to see nor tongue to speak in this place, but as this house is pleased to direct me whose servant I am here." Double quote. Hold on kind stranger. I have to really pee right now. I've been holding it for a long time. I have to pee, just wait for a moment. In the corporate world, saying FCK off to everyone on a conference call. Sorry guys. I need to jump off to another meeting. Double quote. Saying FCK off to someone talking to you at your desk. Sorry. I need to call into this meeting. Can we talk later? Double quote. Saying FCK off to someone via I'm sorry. Can't talk right now. I'm in a meeting. Send me an email. Double quote. Saying FCK off to someone via email equals just ignore their email, don't reply no matter how many times they send you follow-up emails. Well, aren't you precious? Double quote. May you please go hump yourself out of the endeavor of my thinking space. Are you quite finished? I simply must go check on the gimp in the basement now. I'm busy right now. On your bike. Or kick rocks. Please kind sir. FCK off. It's nice but it doesn't mince words. And I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Just a minute, I'm getting a call and I should attend it. Your input was not requested. Now if you may, remove yourself from this here location. Please take thy numerous opinions and penetrate thyself rectally with them. Have an average to mediocre day. Capital D. Please relocate yourself to an area where I am not in. I am once again inquiring you to exit my general vicinity. If you could leave, that would be great. Double quote. If there's a conversation going on and someone lobs in an unrelated comment or combative opinion. Whoa. Thanks for contributing. Double quote. This is against my recommendation. And in my experience no one else is running it this way. But we can move forward with your idea once you sign off in writing. Double quote. Objection. Overruled. Whenever my boss responds I'm not sure I understand to anyone I know they done f***ed up. It was nice to see you. Now go home and cry with your parents. Not me. Tunskit. The Tunskit was my own thing. Means cunt. Thank you for your advice. But I'm going to handle it my way. Double quote. People have been telling me how to deal with my chronic cough all the time. It's caused by a mix of medical issues. Spanning like 15 years. It's annoying to me. It scares people now because they think I have COVID. I deal with it as best I can. Sorry I can't, blank. I am quite busy this week. Do this 3 times and they hopefully get the message. I have a boyfriend. Some creeps will take this as a challenge to trick you into cheating on your boyfriend. In general, the most polite way of saying fuck off to a person, in my case and saying go fry asparagus on the hill, is what I say to people who bother me a lot. I don't like to say a lot of curses. Ignore them. If you ignore everything about a person you know you're telling to FCK off. Saying sorry old bean. I'm finding your presence detrimental to my mental well-being. Sir madam, would you be so kind as to bugger off and scurry back to your mud hut?